Srisaket Sor Rungvisai returns with a third round stoppage. Let's talk about it. Well, we had a fight in Thailand. It was Srisaket Sor Rungvisai against Kwanthai Sithmorseng. And Srisaket wins the fight by a third round stoppage as Kwanthai could not come out to continue. Let's talk about some pros and the cons. First, let me start with a con for the event. Well, pro would be that it was a pretty good card. The cons would be that the place was very quiet. They had no crowd noise. I know things have been different this past year all around the world, but one of the things I have liked at some of the fights is that they have used piped in crowd noise. It at least gives it a feel that there's some people in the audience, even though there isn't. Now, let me start with some pros and cons for the fighters. Let me start with Kwanthai first. A pro would be he was trying to do a little bit of body work in the first round. It seemed like he may have had a plan that he was going to do a little movement and maybe give Srisaket some type of angles. But that's where my pros stop. I'm going to have to go with the cons. This guy was just standing still right in front of Srisaket. Srisaket hits too hard for you to just stand in front of him and take those type of shots. And it seems to me that he was just basically trying to survive. He was just putting the mitts up, trying not to take those body shots, trying not to take those head shots. I didn't even see him trying to slip any shots. I didn't see him give too much foot movement once the second and third rounds begun. Another con is that my man looks like George Jefferson. They said he was 38, but he looked older than that. And he had the little bald spot in the middle with the hair on the side, which made him look like he was 55 instead of 38. Come on, brother, just cut it off and go bald. Let me move on to Srisaket. The pros would be he was very calm. His demeanor was very calm the moment the bell rung. He never looked stressed. He never looked anxious. He looked very calm. He reminded me a lot of how James Toney looked in there, just calm and relaxed. I like the fact that he mixed up his shots. He was using both hands. Right hook to the head, which closed that eye. Right hooks to the body. He was throwing a left uppercut to the head. He was throwing a left uppercut to the solar plexus to wear Kwanthai down. The cons for Srisaket, nothing. I didn't see anything that he did in this fight that is deserving of a con. I thought for the 3 rounds the fight lasted, he fought a very solid, good fight. Now let's talk about the fight a little bit. The first round was the typical fill-out round where Srisaket was not throwing hard shots. He was more trying to get his range, get his feel. He was throwing body shots. He was throwing shots up top. I think both men used that more as a fill-out round. But the moment the second round began, Srisaket began to turn it up. I think after just one round, he saw what it was he needed to see from Kwanthai, and he began to turn it up, and he began to let those hard shots go. And by the third round, forget about it at the end after Kwanthai took that knee, because I don't think it was a punch that knocked him down. I think it was just the accumulation of punches. It was just too much for him that he took the knee to kind of give himself a little breather. But as the announcers were even saying, yeah, this is probably it. He's probably not coming back out. He's probably done. And he was. That left eye was closed from catching those right hooks from Srisaket. Srisaket was, you can tell that Srisaket was not only wanting to go for the knockout, but he can tell that he had a sitting duck in front of him, because especially in the third round, he began to sit on his punches because Kwanthai was not moving. He was standing right in front of him. So that gave Srisaket the opportunity to get front foot heavy, throwing hard right hands, and he was throwing that left uppercut with just bad intentions. Anyhow, we get to the end of the third round. Kwanthai's corner had the ref come look at the eye. The moment I saw that, I knew the fight was over. That was their way of having the fight stopped instead of them doing it for him or having him say that he didn't want anymore. Now let's move on to what happens next for Srisaket. Srisaket was very clear on what he wants. He wants Estrada. Tonight, we're going to get Roman Gonzalez against Estrada. And Srisaket has already said that he's fought, even if Gonzalez wins, he doesn't want that fight because he's already fought him twice and beat him twice. Who he wants is Estrada, and that would be a pretty good fight. But tell me, what do you think? What did you think about the fight? Did you think Surikat looked as good as I did? And what do you think about Surikat fighting Estrada if Estrada beats Gonzalez tonight? Did you enjoy the fight? Did you enjoy the whole card? Tell me, give me your thoughts on it. Do you want to see Surikat fight Estrada, or do you maybe want to see him fight someone else at the super flyweight division? Other than that, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Why? Because every time it rings, we get a chance to talk boxing. Give me your comments. And other than that, that's all I got. I'll let y'all later.